Hello everyone, welcome back to Sonic and the Sidekicks, where we're focusing on the colorful collection of critters that aren't Sonic the Hedgehog. Right now we've got another hedgehog coming up. His name is Shadow, he's black and red, you might know him, he's the ultimate life form, and I'm being joined by blazinzzetti as we go through a very unique take on this run called Choose Your Own Adventure. If you've ever grown up with a Choose Your Own Adventure book, you'll know how this goes, but in Twitch form, we're going to be doing polls like we have up right now, so make sure you're getting your vote in to choose what missions and what route we're going to be taking throughout Shadow the Hedgehog for blazinzzetti to follow. You've already chosen Stage 2, which is going to be Lethal Highway, and right now the vote's between Prison Island and Circus Park, with Prison Island in the lead. Zetti, go ahead and take it away. Introduce yourself. Tell the lovely people who you are and what this is.
Yes, hello. My name is blazinzzetti. I'm a very long time runner. I'm like almost 9 years into this, if not more. Yeah, and this is the Shadow the Hedgehog Speedrunner's Cut mod. This is the mod I worked on to help fix up some of the quality of life issues we've had with the game. Like timer issues all over the place, just inconsistency between what's you would do in an individual level versus a story mode run. So a lot of changes to make it work nicely in those aspects, but it stays pretty faithful to the original game. So if you play the original a lot, you'll jump right in and have no problems with this one. So this is Choose Your Own Adventure. As you may know, there's 326 different paths you can take in this game, and I've practiced all of them. It took me about 3 hours this morning, but I got through all the stages in preparation for this. So, so I'm ready for anything you guys can throw at me. So I think we can probably get going here soon. So I'm going to count us down. So that's going to be in 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, good luck, so have fun.
And I have to make one correction here real quick. I'm actually not black and red.
What color are we?
I'm black and blue.
Yo!
So, one of the other benefits of the ROM hack is that we allow the use of the emulator to play, and the emulator allows you to swap out your character skins. So I made a little editor so that you can choose any colors you want. I like blue, so I'm black and blue. So there I am. So we're doing the hero mission first. So I'm going to need to take out all these black aliens, the black arms as they're called. And going by pretty quick here. There's some points I skipped earlier because otherwise I'd get chaos control a bit too soon. One of the big aspects of this game is managing your kills and points. I actually made an extra shot there. That's fine. I got to kill these two. All the aliens need to go. So I'm going to take care of that now. But yeah, if I get too many hero points too soon, that's going to become a problem, because once I get the power of chaos control, it starts draining away. So I need to make sure I get it at the right time. So we're about to get these last few kills. There's my chaos control. I'm going to land on this checkpoint so I can come back here later. But I'm actually going to speed ahead a few of these enemies. I'm going to stop here real quick and restart it so I can get an extra damage point in one of the enemies there. Stop it again here so I can run through and pick out a few aliens. I'm going to grab some flames in the corner over here. There's a shadow box here. These have special weapons that we can use from past playthroughs. There's a lot going on. But as we can see here, I'm much further into the stage. I got to use chaos control at least 3 different times. So now we just continue the rest of the stage. I'm going to make sure I dodge everything. This section is awful. There's stuff everywhere. So I'm threading a needle here, actually, as I'm running through. So 39 of 45 is correct. There's 3 enemies coming down here, and there are 3 enemies I left behind. And then that's the hero mission. This game is pretty fast. There's not a whole lot of time for trying to explain every little thing I'm doing, but it's an amazing game. I love this game. I wouldn't be playing it for as many years as I have if I didn't enjoy it so much.
I spent a lot more hours of my life in this game as a child than I am willing to admit. And on the PS2 version, because my GameCube, my GameCube had stopped reading discs. So the only version I could play until adulthood was the PS2 version.
That's so unfortunate. I have most copies of this game, and the PS2 version is the worst.
Oh yeah, same with Sonic Heroes, because of course.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to be skipping through these cutscenes here because we have the ability to. One of the things that we might have noticed is the fact that I had special weapons. Those are normally only available after multiple playthroughs. And because in the game normally you have to watch every cutscene to completion before you can play, you can skip them later on, we end up you playing on New Game Plus. So what mission am I doing here? We're doing Circus Park. Did I see that right?
Yes, we'll be doing Circus Park up next.
Okay, so that means I have to do the hero mission. So I'm just gonna go over here, grab some weapons. I'm gonna grab this invincibility power up. This is a flashing lights warning. A bit late on that, but there it is. And I'm gonna make sure I grab or get as much damage in. You know what? I'm gonna restart here real quick because that cycle wasn't so great. One thing you might notice here, and it's a change for the Speedrunner's Cut mod, is that my timer didn't actually go back to 0 here. So if I want to get a good time for a good A rank, I need to be good first try. But it also makes moderating and like getting the final time later so much nicer. Okay, I messed up getting the invincibility there, so one more loop around. So yeah, 50 seconds in, we hadn't actually made any progress. That's unfortunate, but it does give me a chance to talk about some of the changes this mod brings and how it's nice for speedrunning. So there we go. Okay, so I need to make sure I don't get too far away. I need to grab these guns real quick. Okay, this is much better. I'm just gonna wail on this guy. Just let it unleash. When I have when I have the invincibility power up, I have infinite ammo. So we see green shield now. That's good. It's gonna eventually go away, and then I'm just dealing damage to the main hull. And there it goes. And oh, I got a little glitch there. It's spinning out of go. But yeah, that's the hero mission.
I won't allow them to do what they want to anymore.
Okay, so it looks like we're going into Death Ruins next, after what we do in Cryptic Castle. Or sorry, that's on the other side of the map, in Circus Park. So, good to hear.
Oh, this is the
All
big
right.
vote that's in the poll right now. After Death Ruins, do we go to Space Gadget or Lost Impact? If y'all vote for Lost Impact, you're just mean.
Oh, okay, jumped a little bit too soon there, but I'm taking a bit of a safer route here. There's a little bit of a faster route I could be doing here, where I just end up going back this way a little bit sooner, but it ends up becoming a lot more tighter to get the kill in. So I'll grab these two guns here, position myself, and just wait for our big friend to make his way over. Another change the Speedrunner's Cut mod makes is that when you would use Chaos Control in this fight, it actually ends up slowing down the in-game timer, which can be kind of weird for verifying a run. So I didn't let it slow down anymore. So now it's running at full speed again. The fun thing about this is that when I did this change initially, it turns out that timer was very important to how slow everything else was moving. So he started just going away fast. So I had to go dig deep in the code to figure out how to unhook that. So yeah. That's the fight. Doesn't matter if I did hero or dark ending for the Lethal Highway stage, we would have ended up having to fight the Black Bull. Okay, moving on. You can kind of see here, I put SX here in the corner to kind of help it make it more clear between people watching runs online that this is not quite normal Shadow.
Mm-hmm. That would make a lot of sense.
If the blue hedgehog didn't give it away, that would. Okay.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
There's the line. He said it.
Where is the emerald? It's going to be somewhere at the end of the stage. So the hero mission here is grabbing 400 rings. So I got a bit of a method I use here where I make sure. Oh, I think Tails grabbed an extra ring for me and he distracted me, and I didn't get that gong. So we're going to do a backup strat here. Eventually. Okay. A bit of a mess up here, but that's fine. I'm going to grab this checkpoint just in case, and I'm actually going to hit the gong from the back. So that's 50 rings. So we're going to want to hit as many of those as we can as we come across them. So one thing I want to make sure I'm doing very careful here is I only want to get under 100 rings. It looks like I'm decently short. I must have missed a bunch of rings somewhere else during my distraction. But that's fine. If I stay under 100 rings, I don't get an extra life. I get a 20 ring bonus. It looks like I'm getting the 20 ring bonus here anyways. because of how high my score is. Good. Okay, so I'm going to use the egg vacuum again. The egg vacuum lets me vacuum up some rings and grab some more over there. And jumping through hoops. I think, oh no, we jumped off. Okay. So I'm going to restart here just to make it. It's really hard to catch back up on rings. But this should be fine. Because now we can start and do everything from the beginning again. Unless I missed one ring and I didn't get the full height. That, what do you call it, plug thing, that's a bit difficult to get sometimes. Okay, I'm just going to have to do this normally. The technique I was using there is called the spin dash high jump. It's basically I'm doing a spin dash jump as I would do right now, but instead of going forwards, I'm going up. So very helpful, used a lot around the run. And yeah, just have to catch back up here real quick. Ideally, this stage takes only 2 minutes, and we're at that point now. So that's rather unfortunate, but we'll make it. Grab some rings here. Yeah, okay. So we're 5 rings short of where I would like to be right now, but there's plenty of extra rings. We should be fine.
The Billy Hatcher gun here really does a lot to help out with getting some extra rings along the way.
Right. Okay, yeah, but we're being extra careful there now. And along the way, I am picking up some of the egg pawns. They're giving me some hero points. Missed the light dash there. We'll find out later, like the light dash can be very troublesome. But what do you call? Yeah, I'm getting some hero points for later. We're going to utilize that to use chaos control to skip a section that is this long and unnecessary. Okay, gonna grab a few more egg pawns here. We're gonna go to top route here. There should be a bit more rings up here. I'm gonna grab the magnet shield here. This lets me pick up rings that are just kind of loosely lying around. So let me pick up these ones real quick. And one more plug. Here we go. A few points short. Can I grab this guy? Thank you. So, very good to know where your backups are. So, skipping all this is perfect chaos control. Everything we need to grab. We're able to grab. Just need a few more rings. One more ring. Okay, good. Last one. There we go.
Nice.
So that's all 400 rings. Definitely a challenge when, what do you call? Any, like, taking a hit would make you lose at least 10 rings. It's actually the nice thing about Shadow the Hedgehog versus other Sonic games is that because there's bullets everywhere, because guns, you only lose 10 rings per hit. So, not the end of the world if I do take a hit. Unlike in other Sonic games where you'd lose everything. Okay, moving on to Death Ruins.
We're going to be doing
going after Death Ruins.
We're going to be doing the hero mission for Lost Impact.
Oh, okay. So we're going into
Lost Impact, and then we'll be going to Cosmic Fall from there.
Okay.
People were kind; they didn't vote for you to have to go defeat the artificial chaos, the bane of my
That's
literal
one of my favorite
existence.
missions, though.
Really?
It's not too bad once you know where everything is, and if you played as long as I have, you know where everything is.
That's fair. Like, for me, it's like, I love Lost Impact's music. It's one of the most beautiful tracks in a Sonic game, I feel, for at least stage music. But trying to find the artificial chaos, like, I would always be one short. There's always one short.
Yeah. Okay, so our friend the Egg Vacuum has made another appearance. The Egg Vacuum is actually really strong in this game, because it just picks up things as you run by. It allows us to focus on our movement versus making sure like we do a series of homing attacks. I'm gonna grab these guys down here. There's no spin dash down this way. You don't see the spin dash used that often in like casual playthroughs I've seen.
Yeah,
So,
it feels a little weak and
Here's some good
stiff.
examples of when you would want to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's a bunch of... You know, I was supposed to use Chaos Control here to just wipe all those guys out. So let me just do that real quick. No, I missed you guys. Alright, now we're going. Making our way up here. Make sure we grab a few more enemies. This way. I think that should be all of them.
Almost there.
Rue says we're almost there, so I'm going to trust her. Alright, there's an alien hiding underneath this section here. Just going to take care of that. So I'm going to use the egg vacuum to pick up that fire shield. as we saw the last time, the fire shield is super nice. 40 of 50 is exactly where I want to be here. So there's 5 larvae just hanging out on the wall here. The fire shield is going to let me get all the way down, easy peasy. And then there's a couple more aliens here, just bazooking them all over the place. There we go. Oh, ultimate power. Ultimate power again. I've had it the other day. I had it where like it was 2 super close to each other, and then another one. I've had it where it's like I'm the ultimate, I'm the ultimate. Like it's funny.
Also,
Okay.
chat, you have just a little bit of time left to vote for the finale, the boss that we're going to fight at the end of Cosmic Fall. Is it going to be the Egg Dealer? Is it going to be Black Doom? We're actually, it's 28 people for Egg Dealer and 50 people for Black Doom. If you want to see the Egg Dealer fight, you need to get your vote in now.
Couldn't make up my mind there if I wanted to homing attack or shoot the guy, and I just jumped off. Nice. Right. The camera didn't help there. Jeez. Okay. So this fight's much easier than his brother. So we're just gonna just spam in place, and that's the fight. That's it. They want you to go up and like try to shoot from the top rail thing, but like that's not necessary. You don't have to do that.
There's no way you can stop me.
There you go. All right, so yeah, so now we're going into Lost Impact here.
Perfect.
So yeah, the 2 missions here are just get Maria out of there and to what do you call it? To find all the chaos. What do you call them? Artificial chaos, and take them all out. And as I alluded to, I actually know where they all are, so like it's not a big deal if I had to do it or not. There's another fan favorite cutscene.
You've got to be kidding me, guys. This is
like taking candy from a baby.
Which is fine by me.
He really just genuinely sounds like
Just takes out the
Kaiba.
ship's power supply,
Yeah.
and the whole ship's on fire now.
He genuinely sounds like the taking candy from a baby line genuinely sounds like Seto Kaiba, even though it's not the same voice actor at all.
You know what? You're right. I never thought of it that way before.
Shadow, this way.
All right, so we're in a flashback now. So otherwise, Maria wouldn't be here with us, because we all know the story of how I'm thinking I'm in expert mode right now. One thing that's super challenging when playing this game and everything in this game is that you have to remember when you need to do a mission versus another mission. So if I was doing the expert version, I would just run out there and I'd do some platforming out here instead of running on this weaponized platform with a giant gun. But yeah, so I'm basically just running through. I'm just trying to not get shot, and we just need to get to where the gold ring is. So yeah, not a whole lot to say here. Do you have anything to talk about, Amber?
Sure, I have a few announcements, but I also want to say the final result of our poll there is we're going to be fighting Black Doom, so we're going to be a hero with this playthrough.
Okay.
All right. Interesting, or at least a neutral hero, because it'll be coming out of Cosmic Fall, which is one of the middle, like one of the center paths, or like semi-center path. But I just want to remind everyone that if you miss out on any of our shows or events, maybe you missed out on the other 4 Sonic and the events that we've had, or maybe you want to check out some of the hotfix content that Hypnotics and I produce outside of these Sonic events, like Going Places and Passion Project, respectively, you can check all of that out over on our YouTube. If you go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. And I've seen a couple of Prime subs coming through. I just want to thank everyone for your support, your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, your bits cheered here on the GDQ Twitch channel. Do help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. And if you enjoy watching speedruns, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you like big events like this, where you just can just turn on the channel and zone out to speedruns all weekend, we've got a really special one for you in the latter half of this month. We're going to have our annual Juneteenth celebration that's going to be this upcoming June 22nd and 23rd. Use ! Juneteenth in Twitch chat to check out the schedule for that.
Running loose.
All right. Yeah, that's the stage.
No doubt about it.
If I heard correctly, we're doing the hero mission to do the Black Doom fight. Right?
Yes, we're going to find the computer room.
Find the computer room. That's another fan favorite.
Find the computer room. Just Vector, I don't know what they did to your voice when they switched to the 4Kids Studio actors, but you know what? It gave us a beautiful meme.
Yeah, it's funny because like at least when I started watching Sonic shows as a kid, like it was with Sonic X. So like coming to this game, like this is totally normal. But like everyone else is like, well, the voices, and like they're fine.
Most of the voices are fine as like the show progresses, like especially Sonic. Like once Jason Griffith got used to doing Sonic and Shadow, he actually became quite good at them. The thing that always threw me off was the fact that Amy Rose, like, because I come from Yu-Gi-Oh as well, like Amy Rose shares a voice with Serenity Wheeler, and the gun commander in this game shares a voice with Raphael in the Waking the Dragons arc of Yu-Gi-Oh, and it messes me up.
Okay.
And of course, Knuckles is Yugi. Good old Dan Green.
So,
all right.
So real quick there, you saw that I was like walking in the air. There's a platform that's supposed to spawn later on. I was able to just get on top of it and do a walking and get out. Otherwise, I would have to wait like 20 seconds.
Which is real silly.
Some good spin dash jumps to skip a whole bunch of platforming I don't want to do. You may have noticed I picked up a special weapon. This is the satellite laser. It is a secret tool we'll use later. Yeah, like we're just going to be making our way through. There's Vector. He wants to go to the computer room. Let's go find it. All right, I go grab on this lever. And there's just a pure ball of hero-ness here. And that gives me instant chaos control once I decide to jump off here and use it. And then here we go. Just skipping all that platform down there. Don't worry about it.
There is no platforms in Bossing City.
There is no platforming in Cosmic Fall.
Yes.
Okay, one more spin dash. Make our way through here. I'm going to play it safe and land on this rail. You can kind of get off to the side and do another quick spin dash down. Now here's where the satellite laser is coming into play, and something that's also another change in Shadow SX that the Speedrunners got is that the key doors are just going to open right away. So you can now see what I'm actually shooting at when I use the satellite laser. If you were to do that in the regular version, nothing would stop you from shooting the laser past the door, whether you have the keys or not. So, so that's really neat that people can see what's actually going on there now. But yeah, having the key doors open right away, it prevents just the awfulness that was in ILs. You would run through the whole stage and having to like not hit any checkpoints and then die at the end. So you start at the beginning with a 0-second timer. Like this, it was just awful. So we got that patched out. So now everyone gets it for free and they can just focus on going past.
Nice. Gotta love the quality of life.
There it is, the computer room.
We found the computer room, everyone. Thank you for asking us to find the computer room, chat.
For what reason do I exist? The answers are just up ahead.
Vector grooving in the back.
Vector is vibing. He is such a vibe in every game he's in.
All right, this is the final boss. Black Doom is notorious for being pretty easy to do, except if it was on the other side of the level map, then you'd be decently difficult. But here, we're just going to make sure we grab the assault rifle here. Time's going to come up when we get to the last cutscene where he loses all of his health and the timer stops. Awful first attack. You can't really do anything with that attack until he finishes the meteorite. This is a much better attack because I can just use my strafing ability. By the way, this game has strafing. Did you know that? That's time.
It does. GG. It's like suddenly time.
Yeah. If we went down the stage and the final haunt to do the Black Doom fight there, it could have been a 4-second fight because of just how things are laid out a little bit differently. This fight is so easy. But yeah, that's Shadow the Hedgehog. Choose your own adventure. I hope you guys chose a good adventure because I didn't have any say in it. But hope you guys enjoyed.
That was a lot of fun, and the concept of the run is really, really fun too. Like, I just love being able to do a showcase run like this where it's like, hey, we're gonna be powered by Twitch in the form of Twitch polls and be able to just, kind of harken back to Choose Your Own Adventure books. I did have a couple of those growing up, so it was always really fun. Yeah,
I've rented a few from like the library a few times. So
yeah. There was even I had a Super Mario one as well, where Ludwig von Koopa was the villain. It was really weird, but it was really fun too. Like, it'd be like, hey, if you chose to do this, or if you solved this puzzle correctly, or incorrectly, go to this page or that page, and it was really cool.
So much destruction.
But do you have any shout-outs you'd like to make as we wrap up and go into our next run?
Yeah, shout out to the entire Shadow the Hedgehog speedrun community. We're not that big, but we're amazing and super wholesome. And like, I don't know if I would be playing this game today if it wasn't for all the people just keeping me going on it. And I guess shout outs to the Melee community and their modding scene, because a lot of the things I'm able to do in this ROM hack would not have been possible otherwise. So shout outs to them. Here's another cool feature I was able to add. That's my final in-game time. That's not normally a thing in the game, so that's super cool. But yeah, if you want to know more about this ROM hack and this art community in general, you're going to want to head out to shadowspeedrun.com, and it's an in-development site, but it'll give you the link to the Discord and anything you need to know about the ROM hack. I'm trying to get to the beginning screen because that shows off the
There we go.
quick screen that shows the link to the site and some other options that you can change. It's super cool. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for submitting this. It was a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to host for. Coming up next, we do have, we're going to go back to the classics for a moment, back to 8-bit Sonic with Sonic Chaos on the Sega Master System in the form of Tails Beat the Game with Cresm. I'm really looking forward to this, and we've got some really cool runs after that. If you want to check out the schedule, I can go ahead and post it in chat real quickly, or you can also use the Sonic command in chat to take a look at the Oangus version, whatever version floats your boat. So stick around. We're going to have a 5-minute break or so while we get things ready and jam out to those tunes, and we'll be right back with more Sonic.